If you're struggling with thyroid symptoms and not getting answers, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through the 3 must-haves you must know if you want to fix the root cause of your thyroid issue naturally. Because let me ask you something. Aren't you tired of feeling fatigued, exhausted, gaining weight, feeling cold all the time, depression, anxiety, and mood swings? Maybe hormone changes are driving you crazy, or your metabolism is slowing you down. If this sounds familiar, I want you to know you're not alone and you're in the right place. These symptoms aren't random. They're signals. Your body is telling you something is going on the inside. And once you can understand why it's happening, you can fix it. Hi, I'm Dr. Forrest Sauer, a board certified chiropractic of medicine specializing in functional medicine and functional endocrinology. That's just a fancy way of saying I help fix the root cause of thyroid and hormonal changes, not just cover them up. I work with people dealing with Hashimoto's, Graves, and hypothyroidism, and all of the things that come along with it, like fatigue, exhaustion, mood swings, inflammation, and weight that won't budge. I've helped thousands of clients get real answers, real solutions, and results that last by showing them a way of life to keep those results. So how does one fix the root cause of the problem rather than getting distracted by the next wellness trend? How do you know who to trust? And how do you know the next thing that you try is going to actually work? It all comes down to the 3 essential truths that people with struggling with inflammation, thyroid imbalances, and energy must understand. And truth number 1 is called symptom self-sabotage. Here's what happens. You feel tired, so you grab more coffee or a vitamin B12 supplement. Then comes the inflammation or the joint pain, and so you start taking some turmeric or fish oil. And then someone says, it's your gut, so you start taking a probiotic, and that doesn't work. So you go keto for a month, still nothing. Then eventually your doctor puts you on a medication, but then there are side effects. And through it all, you're trying your very best, but you're not getting the results that you're looking for, and you feel like you're stuck in this loop. That's exactly what happened to Sarah. She came to us feeling exhausted, not sure what to do next. She was in her 50s, and she had been struggling with thyroid symptoms and mood changes for years, and nobody had really ever taken the time to get to the bottom of it. Sarah was eating clean, she was working out, she was taking the supplements, and yet she gained 10 pounds in the last year. Her hair was thinning, she was cold all the time, and no matter how much she slept, she still felt tired. And the worst part, she felt like she was letting her family down, not just at work, but at home. Her doctor told her that her labs were normal, and she started to believe that maybe this was just aging, but deep down, she knew that something wasn't right. That's when Sarah decided to get to the bottom of her health challenges and booked a call with us. She was stuck in the symptom self-sabotage, and the only way out was to stop chasing the symptoms and start focusing on the root cause. So here's what we did with her. We first off ordered comprehensive blood work. I call this nose to toes, not just the standard TSH or T3 or T4. We tested for everything. We looked at her blood sugar, her gut health, white blood cells, red blood cells, chemistry panel, vitamin D, inflammation, gallbladder, liver, just to name a few. Why did we need all this information? It's what allows us to stop playing the guessing game and actually fix the root cause. See what's working and what's not working. And health insurance is only going to order labs that they can turn around and prescribe drugs for. But the lab work is only the beginning. It tells you what's wrong, but it doesn't tell you how to fix it, which was the next steps that we took with Sarah, starting to explain how her body can start healing from the inside out naturally. We coached her step by step on exactly what changes to make, when to make them, when her body was ready. And what we found through her blood work shocked her because no doctor had ever dug this deep. Sarah had Hashimoto's, an autoimmune condition attacking your thyroid. But that wasn't all. Her liver wasn't working properly. So even if her thyroid was producing thyroid hormones, her body could not use them. So we supported her liver, cleaned up her nutrition, and that's when things started to change. Her energy came back. She started feeling well rested again, and she started losing weight. And for the first time in years, Sarah started to feel like herself again. Because when it comes to thyroid health, it's not just about hormonal balance, it's about body balance. Now, the second truth that you absolutely need to know is first realizing we have all been lied to. I call this the great lab lie. When it comes to thyroid tests, most doctors only test for a TSH. If you're lucky, you'll get a T4. But that's not even close to a full thyroid picture. TSH isn't even a thyroid marker. It's a brain hormone, not a thyroid hormone. And only testing for a TSH and even a T4, it's like driving down a dark, stormy road with only one headlight. You can't see what's coming. And that's why your doctor has no idea what's going on either. No wonder everyone's confused. And that's why in our clinic, we test for nose to toes. It's like driving in broad daylight. Now you can see what's actually going on. And this is exactly what was happening to Kelly. She kept going into her doctor explaining that she wasn't feeling good, yet her labs were coming back normal. She was only in her mid-30s, but she came to us feeling completely burned out. She was exhausted all the time, low sex drive, and she had brain fog so bad she couldn't focus or remember anything. She was diagnosed with hypothyroidism years ago and given the standard medication and sent away. But she never felt better. And finally, she was fed up enough, she sought us out to fix the root cause. Now remember, I told you her labs came back normal. Well, she believed this until she learned the truth. Your lab results are based off of how healthy 90% of Americans are. So think about your 10 closest friends or family members. Would you trade your health with them? Most people would say no. Because in America, 6 out of 10 adults have one chronic disease, with 4 out of 10 have 2 or more. That's the bar you're being compared to. No wonder so many people feel sick, yet are being told they're fine. So with Kelly, we ran a full panel on her and we found out that her body was not converting T4 hormone into T3. T3 hormone is what activates your metabolism, allows you to have energy and lose weight. And guess what? It's not even a thyroid problem. It's a liver issue. Her liver was sluggish, her vitamin D was super low, and her inflammation was sky high. Every single one of these problems is going to disrupt how your thyroid is functioning. It's like pulling a parking brake on your car. It's not going to work, no matter how much you punch on the gas. So we got to work. We supported her gut. We started decreasing her inflammation and getting her liver working again. And we balanced out her vitamin D, so that way that's where it should have been. And within weeks, she started to bounce back. Her energy was up, her brain fog was cut in half, and she started to feel like herself again. And a few months later, the rest of her inflammation got out of her body, and she wasn't just feeling great, she was thriving once again. And it all started with one thing: looking at her body holistically. Here's what I've learned after helping thousands of clients. Health insurance only pays for labs they can prescribe drugs for. But if you want real answers, you have to look deeper. A lot of people don't know this, but at one point in time, I wasn't the doctor helping others. I was the one struggling. I'll never forget the moment of me sitting on the park bench, dealing with depression, anxiety, IBS, brain fog, weight gain, low energy, thinking, what the hell? Now I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know where to start. And it wasn't until I dug deeper, until I started finding the real answers. I realized my health was a mess. My blood sugar was high, my liver wasn't functioning, neither was my thyroid, and my inflammation was off the charts. What drove me to take action was the realization that the pain of making changes was far less than the pain of me staying stuck in my health for the rest of my life. Now I've made it my mission to help others get out of feeling stuck, so that way you do not have to stay there for the rest of your life. So again, if you want to stop spinning your wheels and take back control of your health, it is in your hands. Which brings me to the third and final truth about optimal thyroid health, because I'm guessing this isn't your first time trying to get healthy. You've tried dieting, supplements, medications, and still feel stuck. That's because your thyroid doesn't just influence your metabolism, it influences every single cell in your body. Which is why truth number 3 is that healing isn't a solo journey. And without addressing the root cause, whether it's an autoimmune condition, nutrient deficiencies, or a poor conversion, you're going to continue to spin your wheels. I wish someone had explained this to me right in the very beginning. You may have all the desire and motivation in the world, but if you don't have the right steps to take at the right time so your body can heal, your chances of success drop to only 6%. That means that 94% of the time people fail because they don't have a plan. And the reason with thyroid is because yes, diet and lifestyle do play a role, but it's just the very beginning. There's so much more that's going on that your doctor either won't test for or doesn't know. Most people just chalk things up to getting older, but feeling exhausted, have brain fog and weight gain and inflammation, that's not just aging. Yes, it's common in America, but it's not normal. So here's the truth. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Disease grows in silence. I will hear people say all the time that the reason that they're gaining weight, inflammation, or becoming more moody is normal. That's not true. Just because the average American experiences these doesn't mean that you have to. The average American is sick, not healthy. But you do have options. I don't want you to just feel better for today, but for the rest of your life. You deserve lasting results, and that's exactly what we help you build. So you can actually start looking forward to your future, feeling good and confident in the direction that your health is taken. And here's the good news. You don't have to stay stuck. With the right plan and taking action, your body can heal from the inside out. I've built an approach that merges the best of conventional, natural, holistic, and lifestyle medicine. This isn't just a take a pill and cross your fingers approach that you get at most doctors' offices. Look, our medical system is great at emergencies like heart attacks, broken bones, car accidents, things like that. But when it comes to chronic diseases like thyroid, hormonal imbalances, fatigue, obesity, heart disease, depression, anxiety, and autoimmune conditions, the pill for an ill model starts to break down. It doesn't work long term, and this is where functional medicine shines. And when used correctly, the cure comes from healing the whole body. And that's where the pillars of health come in. The pillars are hormones, detoxification, inflammation, nutritional support, gut health, and mentorship. So you're never doing it alone. We bring these together in a simple step-by-step system that is personalized just for you. It's your blueprint, so you know exactly what steps to take based off of what's going on with you. My goal is to put the power of health back in your hands. No quick fixes or band-aid approaches, but a way of life to maintain these changes. And we walk with you every single step of the way. So what can you expect on your journey? You get to start feeling like you. More energy, stronger, clear, without the endless restrictions or frustrations. So are you ready to take your first step? Click on the link below to schedule your free discovery call. We'll learn more about you, answer your questions, and help you decide if this is the right fit for your journey. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to meet you and help you get your life back.